that you're here. Welcome to our 10K special. We've hit 10,000 subscribers, and I could not be more thankful to have you here. I'll be gushing about you in a little bit, but before we start, I have a fun announcement. First of all, I thrifted these earrings. They are resin and colored stuff. They're so cute. But also, I have decided to launch my Patreon page very soon. There will be a link in the description box that gives you access to a waiting list. If you sign up, you will be notified the second the page goes live, and we can be best friends on there. I only have one tier, and that's the BFF tier. It's my digital friendship bracelet to you, and it will give you access to three exclusive videos a month, one non-ASMR vlog a month. We can chat one-on-one, and I'll be posting some pictures on there as well, so we're gonna have a good time. So definitely check the link in my description box if you're interested. If you do not feel like paying, but you do want to see a little bit more of me, there's also a link tree in my description box that has all my social media accounts. So it has my Instagram, my other YouTube channel, my Goodreads, everything in one place for you. So I'd love to see you on there if you want to. So about the questions, I have categorized them all because that's just how I am, and we're gonna go through them. I have my phone here, and I'll be reading the questions off of there. So, are you ready? Okay. I also have the timestamps for the sections down below. I don't have every question linked because that would take me 5 years, and some answers are on the short side, so you can just go back and forth through the categories that you're interested in. In case you fall asleep, you can go back. Okay, let's go. We're starting with random life questions. The first one is, how are you? What's your reaction after getting 10K? And I wanted to start with that one because I am over the moon. I think you can understand that I've had this channel for a very short time, so I did not expect it to grow this fast. It has blown me away. I have no words, but I am feeling so much love, and it's so rewarding to be received so well and to give back to a community that I have found so much comfort in. Hang on, I'm gonna go down a bit. I've been getting so many heartwarming messages, and I'm just super excited. I'm feeling very inspired and creative all the time, and I don't know, seeing your messages after making videos that I am having a lot of fun with is very rewarding, and it gives a sense of purpose, if that makes sense. So, thank you so much for being here. The second is, what do you think you would have said if someone 3 months ago said you would have more than 10K subs before the end of May? I would have slapped you in the face and be like, you're kidding. Because like I said, I was not counting on this. I was thinking maybe like 2K in a year or something, you know? I think that's realistic, but I also feel a little bit cute. That's the imposter syndrome. And I'm already being too honest for my own good. Because, you know, it goes how it goes, and I don't have control over it in that sense, but I do feel guilty for then seeing ASMR artists making videos for years, and I don't know, it's not something to be embarrassed about or anything. I'm really freaking proud of it, but it's a strange way this all came about. What's your age, if you're okay he won't sit on your lap and cuddle in that way, but he wants to be near you all the time. So if the weather's bad and we're all inside all day, he's inside all day. And if we are out in the backyard, he is out in the backyard, or he'll go around the neighborhood, but he is where we are, which is really, really cute. Have you got a favorite pot plant? What did you name them? I don't have a favorite, but I would say the monstera in the back is doing really well, and I love her. I haven't named my plants, so if you want to name this plant, leave a comment, because that would be fun. Did you have an invisible friend as a child? I don't think that I did. I don't remember doing so wasn't a very good friend if I forgot, I think. This is a really nice question. What makes you laugh the most, or what would you say is your sense of humor? So, one thing that makes me laugh the most in the world is my best friend's laugh. There's this switch that she has that when we're laughing, it sounds very normal and stuff, but when she laughs really hard, like to the point where I'll pee my pants. And I'm sorry, that's TMI, but that literally happens. I could pee my pants from laughing, and it's awful. But it's just what happens. But there's this switch in her laugh that triggers my, like, that makes me laugh to the point where I would pee myself. And I don't know, but the sound of that just makes me so happy, makes me laugh so hard, and I love seeing her feeling that much joy as well. It just fills me up, and that makes me laugh so much. Also, like, seeing people happy makes me laugh and smile, and my sense of humor, I wrote some notes on some answers because of my brain, but my humor, I would say, is pretty sarcastic. I think you have seen that on the channel as well. And also, this is going to sound really bad, but it's not. But I like to gaslight a little bit, and I'll explain in what way, okay? Because gaslighting in itself, not good. Don't do that. But, let's say we're in the kitchen, we're making breakfast, and you grab a spoon or something, right? And I'll look at the spoon and go like, oh my god, did you hear that? Stacy licks all her spoons and then puts them back in the drawer. Like, just out of random, I'll tell something crazy about someone or whatever. And they're like, what? Really? What? And I'll be like, no. I don't know, that's a really bad example. But I got this from my dad, I think, because he'll do that too. He'll tell something really crazy and I'll be like, really? Really? And I'm like, yeah. And then in the end he'll go, no, of course not. And I'm like, damn it. And that just is really funny to me. I just like to keep people on their toes, I guess. I think that's it. I like a good, clever joke. Next question. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is green. I love green. What was the most memorable gift you ever received? Well, for my 22nd birthday, I had to think about this a little bit because also thoughtful cards make me feel really, really good, and I keep them and I appreciate them so much. But the most thoughtful gift and the most beautiful gift I've ever received, and the most crazy gift, is a banjo. And that was for my 22nd birthday, and it was from my parents combined with my best friends and my roommates. And to have a gift that's all of them combined is just so beyond amazing. But for my 21st birthday, which was in lockdown, my parents made a surprise drive-through, and they called it McFlurry because McFlurries, blah blah blah. And my friends just came driving by, and I would give them coffee, and they would give me a gift or have a little chat, and that way we got to see each other. And it was so, I don't know, that might be the most thoughtful gift actually, because I felt so insanely loved. chance to set it all up with my friends. Yeah, that was really, really thoughtful and beautiful. Next question. That one emoji you overuse. I think the teary, like, emoji. Did I do that right? I like to use, I had a phase where I would use the cowboy hat like that, with the cowboy hat as a sarcastic emoji. I think I overused that one, because I don't use it that much anymore. What's your Hogwarts house? I took the test again for this question, and I took it in 2019 for the first time, I think. But I was Hufflepuff, and I'm still Hufflepuff. So, yeah, I think that's pretty obvious, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I should do some phone tapping in the meantime. What era would you consider yourself in right now? I love this question. I would say granny era or flop era. Yeah. But mostly granny era. Yeah, what era are you in? Let me know. What's a guilty pleasure that you have? Now, first things first. I don't believe in guilty pleasures. You can like what you like. There's no shame. But I am snobby about music. So there's some music that I just wouldn't like shout it from the rooftops that it's something I like, you know? But I'm gonna share it with you anyway. Okay, so I love some 2014 hits. I like MKTO. That's something that I would scream off the rooftops, but so from that playlist, I've been listening to a lot of MKTO and Sam Smith. I love Disney Channel movie soundtracks. Like, love them. I would also be very public about that. But I also love me some disgusting R&B. So, do you know Justin Bieber, Hold Tight, and All That Matters, and Jeremy and Miguel? Yeah, it's so good. So, yeah. Any favorite fidget you enjoyed, used to have, or have used before? Yes. I did not, like, always have one or use one, but my brother has this little cube. And I loved playing with this. This little joystick. And these buttons. They're a bit loud, aren't they? Well, the first one is chewing. It's also why I have very bad misophonia, so those sounds really freak me out. That's why I cannot do mouth sounds. I will in a second. I'm going to do my least favorite trigger, so I'm gonna be eating something on camera, but I hate chewing sounds. It makes me want to punch someone in the face. Also teeth grinding, and specifically my brother. He has this way of grinding his teeth in his sleep that sounds like he's... oh, I don't know. And when we were on holiday, we would sleep in our tent together, and he'll grind his teeth at night, and it would make me go crazy. I'd get so mad, and I'm not someone to get mad, but it just... it triggers something in me that I do not like. Another pet peeve that I have is people not letting people finish their sentences in a conversation. So, just let someone speak, and then you can talk. Chill out. And I can do that sometimes too when I'm excited, like cut someone off. Like, we're all not perfect, that's okay, but there are people who do it all the time, and that's such a big pet peeve. It makes me really, really frustrated. And then I thought of a social pet peeve, and that is when Dutch people speak English but in a British accent. Like, for realsies. Like, not as a joke, because we do it as a joke a lot. Like, me and my brother, we talk in a British accent all the time. I also figured out why it was so difficult to do it in the language video. Because if I would speak in a British accent in a non-whisper, I don't want to brag, but I'm pretty good. Like, me and my brother, we got it down to a T, really. But when I'm whispering, it's so different. It's really different. And I told my brother this, like, I don't know why, but I got really bad. And he tried it whispering. He was like, well, this is really hot. I understand. So, fun fact, I guess. But yeah, I just don't understand why when you're Dutch. Because when you are Dutch and you would speak English in your Dutch accent, it would sound like this. This is what Dutch people sound like when they are talking in English. So I don't understand how you would get to a British accent from there, if that makes sense. But that's just something that I don't understand. And especially, I don't mean to shame anyone who talks in a British accent, but it just... why? Also, a pet peeve I have is people shaming people for being basic. Yeah, I mean... yeah, I don't know, that's just... it irks me, Like what you like. There's nothing wrong with being basic. Do we all have to be like super eccentric all the time? If you want to be, you can be, and if you don't want to be, you makes sense, and that kind of made me feel more confident in, hey, I'm just gonna give this a go, and if I like it, I like it, and if I don't, I don't, you know. So yeah, that just is kind of what happened. Why did you start a channel, and how hard was it at the beginning? I have to say, I didn't find it hard. The reason that I made it is because I love to create things, and I wanted to be part of the community in a different way than I was as a viewer, and I wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to pay it forward, I guess, because it has helped me so much, and to be able to help someone else is something that I would love to do with my life in general. But if I would have 5 viewers for 10 years, and they would be helped by this type of content, I would still put the same amount of effort in. You know what I mean? I don't know, I just want to help people, and I want to be of comfort, and I want to share things that I feel like are worth sharing and talked about. And especially if you're feeling lonely, I don't know, I'm here for you. So, what's your favorite trigger to do? I love whispering, and I like book triggers, but I do those in other videos, so I'm gonna show you my favorite. I love a good crinkle, guys. I love it. I have one I'm saying very old, but I have one video on my channel further down where I play with bubble wrap, and there's no talking, and it was very nice to do. So, what's your favorite trigger to see? I don't have anything specific for that. I think that I love seeing the bubble wrap. I love seeing hand movements. I like it when people show things, but I'm not visually triggered easily. Favorite ASMR artist? I've talked about this before, but OGs like Jingle Jangle, Gentle Whispering, Sarah Lavender. Yep. Least favorite trigger. Are you ready? So, my least favorite trigger is mouth sounds, eating sounds. But I know that a lot of you love it, so we're gonna do it. And I'm gonna do that by eating Norwegian candy. It's these Bums Mums, and it's marshmallow chocolate. My parents brought it home from their holiday. I can't move the bag too much because it's loud, but I'll take one out and I'll eat it. So here's what they look like. They're little chocolate bears. I'm kind of nervous. So. But they're really good, so we're just having a little moment, okay? This is some mint tea, which goes great with chocolate. Oh my god, the mouth sounds when I talk now. Also, apologies for this not being as slow of a video as I would like, but there are so many questions that I am excited about. When I'm excited, I talk faster. let's get deep and personal. So these are a bit more deeper questions. Your favorite and least favorite character trait from yourself. My least favorite is that I'm very impatient, and that bothers me in various facets of my life. It's at the point where if I order something, in my head, in my ideal world, I could get it delivered the same day, you know what I mean? But it's also in my healing, for example. I'm recovering from burnout, and that takes a lot of time, and I can get really frustrated for it not going as fast as I would like. And that, yeah, I'm bothered by myself in that. My favorite character trait, I think, is that I'm very loving as a person. I have a lot of love to give, and I love to do it. I think I'm very creative, and I like that about myself. I don't know, I've worked very hard on this, but I'm really glad to be me. And I love love, and I love giving it, and I love giving it to you guys, and I'm happy to be doing that, and I hope that I will forever be giving a lot of love. And that's something I like about myself, that I'm not scared to express those kinds of things. Okay, I think we're back. I had a lot of technical difficulties for some reason, but let's continue. Someone asked, what is the purpose of life to you? And I'm really glad that you asked. Thank you. I think that I wrote it down. I wrote some notes on the question, but I don't think that there's a literal purpose, like a reason as to why we're here. We're here to learn and experience all of it, the good and the bad, yin yang, you know. There's no light without dark, so we're here for it all. And yeah, I think that my purpose is to give love as much as I can, and to help others find happiness and find my own. And I think that's the purpose of it all. Do I believe in soulmates? Yes and no. I don't believe that there's a single person for you out there. I think that there are multiple, and I think that people come in and out of your life for reasons. So in that sense, I do believe. Yeah, I mean, I do believe in soulmates, but in multiple and in different ways than romantic lovers. Do you believe in ghosts? Also, yes and no. I believe in spirits and in energy, and I think that they can linger around, but I don't imagine them in human form, like standing in your room like this. I don't know, but who am I to say that if someone has seen a ghost in a human form that that's not true? Who am I to judge? So, I don't know. Can you tell us about your burnout, and what do you do to heal? And thank you for sending me this question. I'll be doing a whole video on my burnout story sometime soon, and there I'll talk about everything about it. So yeah, I'm sorry I'm not answering it right now, but I'll do that later. If your past self from 3 years ago saw you now, what would she be most excited about? This YouTube channel for sure, getting a bachelor's degree, having a really fun job and so many new experiences. Yeah, I think my past self from 3 years ago would still think I'm pretty cool. She'd probably also cringe or something, like, you're old, ew. I'm not, but, you know, I don't know. I used to go out a lot, and now I don't anymore, so she would be very confused as to why. Methods you use to cope with anxiety. nauseous when I'm anxious, and when you're anxious and in serious stress, your digestion slows down, so that makes me more nauseous when I'm eating a full meal or something. So I try to eat light because that keeps my nausea away, which makes my anxiety less, because I have emetophobia, so that is a trigger. Next up is language and culture. Do you think in Dutch? I think this is a really fun question, because yes and no. I think in Dutch and I think in English, because I'm making these videos, so now I'm speaking English for over an hour. So my thoughts will be in English probably, and then they'll gradually go back to Dutch. And yeah, it varies a lot. It's really, yeah. If you could live anywhere in the world, money not being an issue, where would you want to live? Would you ever move far away from home? If so, where would you go? Maybe I would. I'm not sure yet. For now, I'm good where I am. I like my country and the way that it works. No country is perfect, but I'm content here right now. But I would love to go to Hawaii or somewhere in Scandinavia or Switzerland or something with mighty landscapes, if that phrasing made sense to you. Somewhere in nature. I'm moving to Amsterdam from the US in about a month. Any tips for surviving as a Dutchie? I don't know. I think smoke a lot of weed. No, sorry. I don't know, be yourself. I think Amsterdam is a very, very international city, so it'll be more likely that you'd meet Americans than you'd meet Dutch people. I think that complaining about the weather is very helpful to be perceived as Dutch. I think Dutch people are known to be very down to earth and very grounded. I would say airy in their thinking, but I don't like that per se, because it's also like, don't be too crazy, just be normal. That's kind of the mindset in some places. So I would say make it a point of staying yourself and be loud if you want to be loud. What do you think of Southeast Asia? I think it looks beautiful. A lot of my friends have traveled there and it looks good. Any plans on traveling to the US? No, I don't have any plans. I don't know if I ever will. Music. Is there a band or artist that has been in your playlist for 10 plus